Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, power now. I'm gonna go stream for an hour before I call it for night. Okay.
Locked in its search for alien
Oh,
technology and precious minerals. That's Chairman Tassiter, who wrote the words "Eat my butt" on a scrap of paper and sent it through the EchoNet.
Sure. No problem, robot lady.
I'm not an AI. I'm a person. I sit in a dark room and read what I'm asked. Look, another incoming message from those jerkbags. It reads,
I gotta go.
booty salads.
Go through it quickly.
I'm a grown woman who had to say booty salads because some jackass wrote those words.
That deal was sponsored by Hype.
Vault Hunter's faces look like wee-wees. God, I hate this.
Shield up! God, what? Throwing grenade!
Bitch.
The world just got 5% more handsome. I've got no shield! I'm after them!
I planted these flowers myself. All right. That's all of the flowers we'll need. Just leave them outside of Jack's office.
I don't think... not this way!
This.
Oh, messy. Just what I needed. Nice try, idiot.
Nope. Ain't that.
For the Legion!
Oh god. Okay. The cobalt is the only problem. Okay. Oh man, damage. There we go. Come on.
Oh, messy.
Oh man, it's the Vault Dorks. We really charged it now.
Please kill those fart knockers.
Well done.
Let's see it. Yeah, fuck. Ooh, what? Hello?
It's you. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Shield gone!
It's the raccoon.
What we're eating.
My power went out like a few minutes ago.
Actually, while you're at it,
Oh,
could you
like,
find me something
did you
a
lose
little
power
more
while you were streaming?
intelligent to read aloud?
Yeah, but the power
I
went
need
out.
to wash that booty salads nonsense out of my mouth.
Okay, grab some books. Righto.
You lost all that grinding, huh?
Like a minute or two.
That
This one doesn't have any pictures. Is that a mistake? That seems like it would be a mistake.
Maybe you should look into who keeps putting the fork into the power socket.
Classic literature. So, like, Detective Frog.
Right. A fucking wombat decides to knock over the power line.
I guess the wombat and not the platypus.
Perry. What have you been up to?
Yes.
Yes.
close. You can't miss him. He'll finally notice me.
Yes.
Fire hazard. Flowers blocking entrance to office. Please immolate flowers to prevent fire hazard.
What? No!
Fucking Faust Nakayama.
No!
Yeah, but looks for that Repo game that you sent. Seems to be doing well.
It's me, sir. Professor Nakayama.
1098%.
Yeah, don't care.
Yeah.
You're pissing me off with your weird
It does
hijinks,
just look like a
Nakayama.
very fun
Cut it out
game.
or I'll have you
It's like
force
more
fed into a
meme
weapon
focused.
grind. Frickin'
It's
jackass.
basically Lethal Company, but with physics.
He almost pronounced
Yeah.
my name correctly. That means he pretty much loves me. Come on back, or not.
Lethal Company, but with the android robot. You know which one I'm talking about.
Sorry, what was it? What?
Lethal Company, but with the android robot. You know, like Android, the phone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's basically what it is.
Oh. Oh, Bob's dead. Yeah, actually, yeah. You're on the wrong. Lethal Company Android Edition.
The Apple approved Lethal Company.
What's next? Apex Galaxy?
Don't give them 20 ideas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything corrupt, but I'll just... Oh no. Hey, soldier, over here. Please. Eek. Fuck. Ah, shit.
Hyperion suggests
First guy. Doesn't know.
What the fuck is crying?
Branching these nuts. Boom. Branching these nuts.
God, I'm just going down through the list of things on Steam. One of the things I was recommended was UFO 50, and I see one of the
Sorry,
like
I missed it. What?
I'm going
Okay,
through Steam just
walking
looking
away
at
now
games.
in fear for
One of
my
them is
life.
UFO 50.
Oh yeah, the mini games in one game. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one of the pit like because when you mouse over it shows pictures. One of them I saw and it immediately reminded me of fucking La Mulana,
May grow larger from feeding on extra.
which is a game I know barely anyone knows. How much people? How much do people actually know about that game? The first one is about 2K people, judging by the 80%. Approximately 2,000 and 80% score.
Trying to save the world, creepy guy. Yeah. Alright. That sounds cool.
Then again, La Mulana is probably like it still goes by the old days of the spreadsheet games.
Spreadsheet game?
No,
Oh, La Mulana.
yeah, it was made during the time of spreadsheet games, like ones that you'd have to like write down all the stuff to actually do stuff in
Oh.
if you want to do anything. In La Mulana's case, however,
Why are we
you would
the
have to
best?
spreadsheet all of the stuff you know to try to do
yes.
anything. It was not an easy game by all accounts
Do we have any family?
because it's mainly
A
a
wife?
puzzle game.
Children?
Next question.
Same thing with the second one, but you could probably complete the second one in a much shorter time than the first one, because the puzzles aren't as hellish.
Aren't as brain gripping.
Describe our
More
child.
like you need to
Dad
whip
died
a
pretty
random
early.
wall.
Mom pawned me off on her mom. Spent
Sort
most of my
of,
time coding or getting
gameplay.
smacked around. Had a cat. Grandma drowned it because
And sometimes you kind of have to use a random,
stuff.
like a completely different weapon in order to actually progress.
How would we like to die?
I don't know. Somewhere warm with a sexy chick nearby, maybe. Wait a second. Aren't I supposed to not die? Because this thing's gonna make me, you know, immortal?
And again, doing that game blind would take you
Saved on a hard
a
drive.
very
Activated
long
upon
time.
your death.
Digital. That's the diet soda of immortalities. Bored now. Interview over.
Right. Compiling the data now. Just gotta plug Jack's answers into an AI, then get
I would know
answers.
because I played it with a guide and it still took me a fucking while.
Oh, so people are gonna enjoy my pain when I stream it.
No, even worse. I left the first area
Oh,
without
cool.
finding the
Sexy,
goblet
evil
that allows you to
computer version of
teleport.
me. That's pretty neat, Nakajama.
Do you know how much pain that is when you realize that you're missing a core item from the first area and you're in the third to fourth area?
That's so good.
I found a way to the Temple of Moonlight, I think it is, which you can't get out of without teleporting at that part of the game.
Oh no.
That is how bad it got.
Okay, check out. I hope Nakayama works out the bugs.
So, looks like it could use another few revisions. But I think the AI Jack thing might not be such a bad idea. Oh man, if I could clone a body for Jack, I could put the thing in the thing and it would be Jack. I am so smart!
I don't want you to be smart, Akiyama. It is terrible. Alright. Let's go.
It's a fine day, full of
Oh, these seem cool.
opportunity.
Did you ever manage to get out of the place you got stuck in, or
No, I think I
you
think
fucked yourself?
because do you care about spoilers about the game
Yes.
or like minor knowledge spoilers?
Oh, mine is. You know what? Keep it secret. If it's gonna be as hard as you say it is, like it's one of those cat Mario.
That's why I'm asking. Do you care about minor knowledge spoilers?
If it's anything like Cat Mario, then I would say yes, because I want to go into it completely blind and try and find everything out myself.
Tell your friends.
Well, I don't think it's like because the thing about Cat Mario is that most of the levels are unique in their own aspect, and it's like you're walking into that knowing it's a troll game, specifically to troll you.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is that what you're doing, or what would be mentioning about, is very specifically how the game functions.
Sorry, I skipped
But
lunch.
to
I've
know
shut down
that
the
sort of
trash
thing is
compactor's hourly crushing. You'll be fine.
slightly
so long as you
spoilery.
don't toss it in your trash.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Each area has two sides to it in the main temple. A front and a back side. The Temple of Moonlight is a back side. The front side is the Temple of the Sun. It's when you first start, you only have the front side that you can teleport to. So
Thank
Miss.
I was in an
was
area
so
that
scared for you.
I
I've got a
couldn't
lot of
really
empathy.
get out of
Superpower.
because
Anyway, come
the
on
only
back.
way to get out of it
Let me
was
open
to
the door for you.
teleport. Especially in this part of the game where you do not have a way to get back to the front side.
Who needs a hero?
I think that's one small knowledge check, which is when you find out about the different sides.
Oh, you're in the gun shop. I don't think Jack would mind if you grabbed a couple pieces of gear. You've
Makes
earned it,
traveling them a
and he
pain in the
really
ass,
likes
but
both of us, so, you know.
then again, all the backsides are much harder variants of the front side.
Yeah. I'm just trying to play and listen at the same time, but it's hard to focus on both. Like, either focus on your conversation or focus on the game. Wait, what's that timer? Where's it? So yeah, maps usually have like 2 sides, and the back
Yeah.
side's usually more difficult. Okay.
Each like each area is still unique, but you still have like you can still travel between the sides.
Oh, just have it. Oh, okay. I should play Mob Rivals sometime and try out the thing and the Human Torch.
Take out of that. I did that with Vinyl earlier.
Ah.
Well, not earlier, yesterday. Human Torch is decent, though a little buggy with the fields. I know you can go ahead and like connect it up to 4 fields, but for some reason it was causing problems where I would only get up. I would only really connect 3 fields at a
I
time.
complain about casting decisions for movies I haven't seen yet.
It's, even
talk to
though
him, see if he can
it
get him
should
to
be
calm
able to
down.
see all 4 fields. But then there's some other people who actually got the field to connect, and not only that, they got it to connect up surfaces.
Oh, and it's not supposed
Which-
to go upwards.
I think it is just like it checks on the ground a straight line from point A to point B, and then just kind of snaps it to the ground and see if it sees it, if it would connect. But, or another way of thinking of it is, each point has a line that it connects to each one,
When I'm
and
not good
then
at
that
video
line
games,
snaps
I can have
down
my anger
to the
of people
ground
around me.
to see if it will
I'm easily
connect.
upset. If we are playing a board
Some of
game
them
and you start winning,
do,
I will
but for the
freaking
most part
punch
it's
you.
not
Take
easy
it
to do.
down a peg, maybe?
Jack is really good looking, and that makes me feel less good looking, and that makes me angry!
I don't know. It's gotta be
It
something
was very
to pull that
finicky
guy
to
off.
try to get it to
No!
work
Jack
at
left
times.
me here and doesn't pay very
Another
well,
problem
and
that
now
I
you will
found with
suffer
him
my
is
verbal wrath. I hate books.
he seems like someone that wants to be close range,
If someone
but
likes
he's also
something
a
I don't like,
flyer.
I want to drop kick their aspirations. If someone
Which
doesn't
has
like
the
something I
immense
like, I wanna
problem
punch their
of
extended family.
hit scan.
Hate, hate, hate.
And he, like the main
So
2
angry. So,
is
so,
Hela
so,
and
so
Punisher.
angry.
Being able to just beam him from the sky, mainly Hela, in the higher tiers. But the biggest threat is Black Widow.
Which
I mean,
one is
yeah,
will cause the most?
He's a sniper. Any flyer would probably be wary of Black Widow.
Like, 'cause all it takes is Mantis
Don't worry, I'm cool.
to turn every single flyer into a walking character. They can't they can't go too high, otherwise their head gets taken off. So characters like Storm and whatnot have to stay low to the ground. But they're also one of the harder ones to hit, because unlike people who are limited to the ground, they still got full movement in the sky. The only problem with having to deal with Black Widow, however, is because they're forced to stay near the ground. If they go up high enough, she can take your head off from the other side of the map.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest threat that they have to face. Like, Hela can kind of do it too, but...
Yeah, basically anything that Storm or Iron Man would have problems, Johnny would as well.
Yeah. Except with Iron Man, you have the ability to, when you're running away, you're straight line. So trying to get a headshot when he's turned around and going away from you is a little harder. Because his head's on the other side of his body. Storm has the biggest weakness against Black Widow, because she does not have that sort of problem. Or an advantage, I should say, not a problem. She has the problem where she's always upwards.
Like, yeah, upwards, yeah.
Johnny is kind of like in a in-between spot. He slightly goes forward, but not enough to really change anything. He gets faster movement, but that's really it. Even with the buff to... Like, Black Widow did get a massive buff, though, this season, so she's getting a little bit, like, more play in the lower tiers. You still have to be, like, really good with your shots to be effective, which is still hard to do, because you need FPS knowledge, not third person shooter knowledge. Especially since the scope goes into first person.
Yeah.
Then you've also got... So you got an ammo bump from 8 to 15, which has been very helpful for her, since you're spending... Like, there's a lot less downtime between shots. And less chance that if you get jumped, someone... Like, you're not going to have ammo to follow up with the kick, stun. And her ultimate, I believe, got a reduction in the speed nerf that people, the speed debuff.
Yeah. Where
it would drop their speed by 80%, so you'd only have like 20% move speed.
Oh god, yeah.
Then they also gave her a damage amp if you're affected by it. Which, by the way, that damage amp is enough to, if you walk into the plasma, for her to one-shot you in the head.
Oh.
It's basically Mantis, but on demand. Though, I still think most people are going to use her ultimate as an execute. Which is what most of the higher tier people... No, they don't really use it as much to kill, like, as a support-esque tool. To slow down enemies, to deal more damage, that sort of thing. They'll probably be used more as a support now, with the damage buff. Especially if there's a cloak and dagger. But with a Hawkeye, no, it will never be used for support. If you have a Hawkeye in your team as a Black Widow, you can one-shot anyone with the ultimate. Well, and one-shot any squishy. Tanks are a different ballgame, but that's a different story.
What about Thing? Did you guys try him, or...?
I think Donald played him. I've seen some videos on it. Not sure how to feel about it. Most people are kind of spamming his right click, which it's fair, it gives him a bit of overshield and also does good damage and has good range. It would be interesting if they balanced it a little by reducing the damage down a little, or made it so that if you used your ability after hitting 2 primary attacks, it would have a shorter wind-up time. So it would incentivize two punches and then a right hook, just follow it up.
Yeah. It's not auto cancel, is it?
No, I think once you start winding up the punch, or the right click punch, you are locked into it. And that's the only thing you'll ever be using because it does better damage and has better range than just punching someone. The charge, I think, gives 200 shield when activated. Like overshield when activated. It's decent. It completely turns off any movement abilities. At the when you end the charge, you put down a field that turns off movement abilities. The thing itself is immune to displacement effects. Specifically, displacement effects. Funnily enough, there's still one displacement effect that affects him.
After the strange portal?
Well, that's not a displacement. If you step through a portal, it's not displacement. I could give you a hint, but the hit would be too obvious.
A storm tornado?
No. Hopefully, he's probably immune to that actually. Because it is a vacuum. Similar to
welcome to the access tunnels.
Jeff Fight?
Had to shut him down a while back because of some sort of viral
Oh, you mean his
infection.
ultimate?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yes.
Just don't, inhale.
Jeff Ultimate. It's technically not counted as a displacement, but more of a grab. But because you're moving everyone with you, it's technically displacement. But it doesn't count as that because only when you spit them out does it count as displacement. But when it's if you ever grab him, if it's only him, you probably won't throw yourself off. It's not worth it to throw away a healer just for one tank. But if you grab like 2 or 3 people with you, yeah, he's going off.
Yeah.
You're jumping off that cliff. With characters like Mantis and Luna, there is no point in throwing yourself off with them because they have no way of getting back on the board, on the map. Characters like Cloak and Loki have ways of getting back on the map. But with the Thing, yeah, if your focus is to get rid of like flanks and or tanks, you will probably be grabbing them and then just throwing yourself off with to guarantee that they can't get back up.
Yeah, I've had some games where I barely get out of Jeff's ult when he tries spitting us off. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, you still have a way of getting off. Some maps like the convoy only
Tokyo.
Spire map.
Yeah, Tokyo 2029.
Yeah, the convoy specific map is one of the places where it is near impossible if they spin you off the map.
Oh yeah, I know.
To survive.
It's like
especially
it's right.
except
It's right off the edge.
yeah, near first point.
Jack, basically.
And then, like near the end of first point, there is actually a spot where if you get spat off there, you're so close to the death barrier that it's the same as him jumping off. Like someone like Rocket can get out if they're spamming their ability key,
Sorry, I almost killed.
and that's happened a few times. Even when I jump off the map with them, they still can get out because it's like a few frames for them before they fall out too. If anything, if they added a like 0.25 second stun after you get spat out or something like that, yeah, Rocket ain't fucking surviving no matter what. But for the most part, the thing does have some good qualities. The 30% damage reduction when he leaps to an ally is nice. He also has the synergy with Sue,
No,
which allows...
don't you mean the fastball special?
He has that too. But he has the one with Susan.
Oh, the arbor
Invisible
one.
Woman.
The
The Invisible Woman.
yeah, I know the shield one. Yeah.
Yeah, she... So he gets even... out of everyone, he technically gets the best survivability out of that ability. Because he has a much bigger health pool to make use of that. While he also does have the fastball, which is a very good mobility ability for him. Because he can throw Wolverine and then jump to Wolverine with his ally leap. Which allows him to get into a fight, but also, if he needs to, with Wolverine, get out of said fight.
Yeah.
If there's no one else in range that he can jump to. It is good to know, though, when you're playing him, that he isn't affected by displacement, but he is affected by any stun on the displacement still. So, Black Widow, she can pull him in after a kick, but he still gets affected by the stun. His ultimate, he doesn't get affected by the knockup, but it will still get affected by the lengthy stun that it applies. Hela, I think the pull that she has won't pull him in, and since it doesn't have a stun, he just kind of doesn't give a shit. He's affected by Venom's dive or ultimate knockup. So for someone like he's a very good counter to Invisible Woman, because you don't get displaced at all from her, and it's very easy to kind of run her shit down.
I was gonna say kind of Hulk, because you won't have to very worry much about the exalt.
No, because he doesn't have anything that displaces.
Oh, displace. That's yeah.
Yeah, the Exile still stuns him, and his
Alt back.
he's technically stunned with his ultimate. Like when you go into monster form and then ult again.
Yeah.
That will still stun.
Angel, pull up whatever we got on Athena.
There's...
Stocks. Today at 0300 hours,
I don't know who else can displace.
killing 9.5 Crimson Lance soldiers in the process. One of them got cut in two, vertically. He's alive, but he's got a hop everywhere. Anyway, my guess is she wasn't psyched about the Atlas High Command.
I think Hawkeye
tilting
will
her
probably
into
have the
murder of your
worst time
sister,
with
which, great idea,
the thing.
Lawrence.
Because his
You wanna
only
kill somebody,
disengage
hire
tool
someone who
is a
doesn't give rat's ass
knockback
about the job. Regardless,
on
she's
whoever is attacking you.
any luck, she'll come back
Similar
one day and
to
kill
Black
all
Widow
of us.
with her kick,
Knocks out.
but Black Widow has a follow-up to the kick to stun. Like pull herself to the enemy and then stun them. Which, in most cases, is used to follow up a shot on said enemy to kill them.
Yeah.
With the damage
finisher.
boost, it's a 2-shot kill. Without the damage boost, well, the kick will guarantee that it becomes a kill if they don't get healed. I know the new map is out too.
Yeah, the one with the giant
One with-
squirrel. I've seen clips
With
of it.
Ratatoska.
Yeah, the mortal killing rat. Rat? Squirrel.
I was like, excuse me?
I mean, you can call it a rat.
No, it's Ratatoska, which Vinyl kept calling it Ratataska. Which, no, there's only 2 A's in that fucking name.
I'm assuming you follow that.
I played La Mulana enough to know Ratatoska. The second one, specifically. The first one is more, it's less on, like, the characters in it anyway are less about the different gods of different factions.
Yeah.
It's how I easily know that Set is the Egyptian god of lightning and chaos.
Oh,
It's really funny that it's really funny in that one Mummy movie that they decided to make him the god of death, and the person that is the god of death was the main antagonist.
I knew about the I don't remember the chaos bit. I didn't realize about the thunder bit, lightning bit.
Yes, where is it? Yeah, is a god of deserts, storms, disorder, violence, and foreigners in ancient Egyptian religion. And it wasn't Hathor. Fuck, who was it? Was it Hecate? Or Hathor? It might have been Hathor.
Let me hear what you got on Nisha, Angel.
Sure.
All counties for the gunslinger known as Nisha. Wanted
Which
for
one
bank
is
robbery,
the
public
one that I'm thinking of?
inebriation,
That one, the
and murder of
2017 one.
several elected officials.
Murdering public officials? No. That sounds like a bandit to me.
The officials
So
in
there was,
question were
because there's 2 different
bandit
Mummy
leaders
movies
who
that I
murdered
called
their
the
way into
Mummy.
positions of power.
The 1999
Cities were
one
one step above
and the
bandit camps.
2017
A
one.
bandit that kills other bandits? Nice.
The 1999 one is the one that most
seeing
people
anybody?
remember
Yeah,
when
I'm a real
when you say
charmer.
the Mummy. Because it's the more iconic one. But there's another one with Tom Cruise. Yeah, there's one with Tom Cruise. That's the Mummy. That was the 2017 one. Then there's the 1999 one, which has Brendan Fraser in it.
Is the Rock the like giant scorpion monster?
No, I don't think Rock is in either of them.
I think I'm remembering a different one then.
There's probably a third one. Because there's Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which is a... Because there's Mummy 2, and then there's the Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which is the one with the massive army of stone soldiers.
All right, let's turn them on.
Hello, traveler! Ready to dance?
Mummy Returns was
Shut it off,
after
shut it off!
the first Mummy film.
How am I I supposed to create an all-powerful robot soldier when it won't stop dancing?
You're fighting against its basic programming. You need
Yeah,
to work
it was
with
the
his idiocy,
Tom
not
Cruise
against
one.
it.
That's actually a really good idea. Thanks, baby. Love ya.
I just like Claptrap and hope he dies.
Amount of sanitizer can cleanse your soul from the atrocities of war.
Thank you. Clean again begins. The germs will be cleansed in fire and soap. None shall be spared.
The person is a hermit. Which, funnily enough, is no actual gods. Wait, is it? I mean, nope, not these ones. Not these ones. Okay, yeah, no, it's... So in the giant list of Egyptian deities, Ahmed is not one of them.
Egyptian beauties.
No, deities.
Deities. I thought I heard beauties. I was like, what?
Yes. In my search for knowledge of these ancient gods, I only look for the finest titties.
So what do we got on Wilhelm?
Highly
I
trained
thought you knew
mercenary.
about the
He's
gods
worked
and
for
whatnot.
every
Oh, I do,
corporation
I
under
do.
the sun and has a kill count on par with the population of a small country.
Sounds like just what we're looking
That's
for.
the reason why they
Any
call me
downsides?
the Cosmic
He
Horror.
was born with a very mild case of bone waste, which means he's had a lot of skeletal
Yeah,
implants.
with that,
Subsequently, he may have gotten
Tom
addicted to
Cruise
cybernetic
film.
enhancements.
He's addicted to surgically
Muhammad was
shoving
the-
metal into his body.
Yes, he'd be a good hire, but you'd run the risk of him being more machine than man after several years of service.
Frankly, Angel,
Main
that
enemy
sounds
of that.
totally awesome. Sign him up.
Addicted to surgery. You're insane. Just getting my face changed was like being stabbed in the skull with a rusty screwdriver for 8 hours.
Great. Now Zarpedon's men won't be able to track you once this is all over. Head back whenever.
Yeah, I remember that they were talking in that movie about Set being the god of death. And I'm just like, no.
Nuh-uh.
Because the god of death is Hathor. There's also probably another, like, male character who's a god of death, but that's like the main one that is the god of death. Anubis, probably, actually.
Yeah, so I was thinking,
No.
isn't Anubis like?
He's the god of funerals. Though most people represent him as like the god of the afterlife, which isn't. I think that's someone else. Actually, yeah, no, that's Hathor. Linked with the sky, the sun, sexuality and motherhood, music and dance, foreign lands and goods, and the afterlife.
Today's stream, history, or mythos,
Mythology.
mythology.
Did you know the Chimera?
This is easily the Citizen Bane of hastily done robot paintings.
Did you know that a dragon and a drake are completely different, even though they're basically both lizards? Did you know that in
Didn't hear the
the
part
movie?
where I asked if Nisha was single,
Fucking,
did you?
God, I need to actually remember the name of the damn movie first.
Which movie?
Don't worry, I'm cool.
The Hobbit.
Hobbit. Oh yeah, I remember it being a line in Shadow of Mordor where it's like, what is the difference between drakes and dragons? Drakes don't keep their scales clean, or like one's animal, one's a highly advanced. I guess so.
Double up!
Yeah, and then you know what's funny? In the plot, like me just setting up the thing, and it says the plot is the dragon Smaug.
Oh yeah.
That was a fucking lie. Smaug is not a dragon, in fact.
Oh wait, he's not.
As much as drakes are, no, not he's not a drake. He's a fucking wyvern.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're usually depicted with two legs and wings.
Yeah, yeah.
While dragons are four legs
yeah,
and wings.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
That's like the main, like the very core difference. However,
apparently
some
it's just in the movie. Like in official book covers, it says like it's a quadruped dragon. And like in the movie, it's literally the first time he's ever been modeled after a wyvern.
It's a quadruped dragon. However, wyverns are also quadruped, but they walk on their wings.
Yeah.
That's a very specific thing that makes is a difference between wyverns and dragons.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And the movie didn't do that. Because he walks on his wings. So, because of how it works, it technically is his hands. Because it's part of the upper body, while legs are lower body, however you want to look at it. And I like how me setting up images for wyvern, one of them actually comes up, I think, as Smaug. And the text is, what's the difference between wyverns and dragons?
I think it's technically it's still a dragon, just a different type of dragon. Like
no, sorry, that's Game of Thrones.
Oh no! Don't get lost with the throne.
No. So Dragon Age Inquisition, the picture that they have for that is actually a properly dragon, which is the four legs and the wings on the back. While the Skyrim picture have, I think the Skyrim picture actually has dragons with only two legs and wings.
And now you got me looking.
But yeah, one thing I do know is that wyverns are a
dragons are
dragon.
Yeah, Skyrim dragons are two-legged. Well, technically, they walk on their wings.
Yeah. So actually, you know what? This actually does a pretty good job at showing it. If I just quickly send that over to you. I have no idea what the fuck one of those are, but
Lindworm. That looks like it makes me think of the Jabberwocky from
how I see this.
Amphitheater. That I think that's more like the Quetzalcoatl from.
They're like opposites of each other with wing and no wing.
Yeah.
So worm and amphitheater are the opposites of each other. Lindworm and wyvern are the opposites of each other, and dragon and drake are the opposites of each other.
Oh, honestly, it seems like drake is lesser to a dragon. It's like
Drake is just large lizard.
Yeah, it's badass salamander.
But yeah, that is probably the easiest way of identifying each one.
Oh yeah, it's quite easy when you've seen them. It's like wyvern, technically two-legged.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I really hate about the movie, because I was watching it with my family. It's like, you fucking didn't.
It is. It's betrayal.
I can't remember what I was like
welcome to the
in that
access
period of
tunnels.
time, what type
Had
of
to
games
shut
I was
them down a
playing,
while
because I don't
back
really
'cause of
watch
some sort of
movies a lot.
viral infection. I'm
That sort of
sure it'll be
stuff.
fine, though.
But I
Just
definitely
don't,
know that I was
you know,
looking at
inhale.
something to do with that sort of thing, which I recognized the difference between wyverns and dragons and all that sort of shit.
These tunnels would have housed a high-speed shuttle system if we hadn't have stopped
When did that
construction.
movie
That
come
said,
out?
the tunnel
Actually,
leads directly to
no,
the
I
Eye of
closed the
Helios.
page.
It'll be a schlep, but you can make it.
I know that during the time I was playing, I think Smite. That was when I knew about Ratatoska, and when I played La Mulana 2, I knew about like Ratatoska
This
almost
section of the
immediately.
station suffered some sort of infection a couple of months back. Got locked
I knew
off from
about
the Rusty
Set
Helios.
from
The workers may have gone a little, cannibalish.
La Mulana 2, because there's different gods of lightning for each sort of group,
Yeah.
and Set being one of the gods of storms.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you had a good time. See you later.